sorry, I just took a little pit stop there, but when it comes to creating like memories and stuff, I believe in creating like memories like for here and now instead of like 20 years time, and you know, like live like there's so many times in my life where I just let life slip by without caring a world that I was wasting it, because time's the most valuable thing that we have. Like you could, if like it is generally like money's time is the most valuable thing that we have, because like money, you can make more, you can lose more. Like, you know, possessions, anything apart from time, you can get back. If someone's broken into your house and stole your new TV, guess what? You can go and buy a new one and get it back. You know, but yeah. But yeah, time is the only thing that you can't get back. So that's why, like, it's good to spend your time wisely doing things that you're passionate about, that you love, and you know what where at in the high street is it, like how far along it is, especially like when I'm talking, doing the video, like, I'm slightly distracted because, you know, I'm trying to think about what I'm saying and stuff, etc. Anyway, so yeah, like, you know, I've wasted a lot of my time, and it was only when I was unwell that I realised, like, fuck man, like I gotta be more careful and like spend my time like more like fruitfully. Like I got to, you should have gone then, like I need to spend my time more fruitfully, like doing the things that I want to do, doing things that make me generally happy, like, you know, because one day that I'm not going to be able to. That's not going to be an option for me. So, you know, get your fun out. Why not? Go for it. Like, I always get told by like people that have figured this out, like, because people are obsessed about money and stuff like that, and but yes, unfortunately we need money, but I've seen both the good and the bad of what money can do to people, or what it can do to families. It can tear families apart. You know, it can ruin relationships. It can cause mistrust. Loads of bad things can come from money. Just these bits of paper that mean nothing. They're all bullshit anyway. Because like it says, I promise to pay the bearer of this note £5 of silver. You go to a bank and go give me £5 of silver, they're not going to give it to you, because they're like, oh sir, this is a promissory note, this isn't an actual, like, you know, gift shop, not a gift shop, like a pawn shop receipt where you're going to give us a note and we're going to give you an actual item. No, it's all bollocks. Like, if you look into it, money is just another thing that we created. It's bollocks. Like, and new money's created all the time. Like, example, I go to the bank, right? I want to get a mortgage. I get approved for the mortgage. Someone presses a few buttons on the keyboard, boom, 200 grand just appears out of nowhere that I've got to pay back. Like, okay, it's like, I hate money for so many reasons, like personally, that I probably will never talk about on here, but no, actually I'll probably end I will, because it shows a good representation of, like, you know, you can have it all from the outside looking in, but then being on the inside looking out, it's like I would just swap my life to so many other people for what they had, for what I did have. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's a very, very deep subject, because there's a lot of trauma in that for me. So, you know, we'll unpack that slowly one day at a steady rate. It's hard to talk about childhood stuff and that, you know, but yeah, just talking about things helps anyway in general. Like, and I always believe in, you know, taking action and doing stuff, because, so yeah, that's what I was saying, you don't want to be the man at the end of the bar going, oh, if I had my time again, you know, 70-year-old, if I had my time again, I would do X, Y and Z. And it's only when you face mortality that you actually realise that the most important thing in life is time, because you can never get it back. And how you spend your time and who you spend your time with, you know, that's why you should, you know, choose wisely who to be friends with, who to associate with, what activities to do and not to do, and, you know, just stuff like that in general, and, like, you know, loads of shit. But so I've been in so many places where people going, oh, you know, like I'd tell them about a trip that I just went on, and I'd be like, oh, if I had my time again, it's like, well, you've had the same amount of time, you've had more time than me, and it was probably easier to do back then, but you didn't do it. So, you know, because everyone look, when someone says like, oh yeah, I want to get a bike, oh, but, you know, you got to save up money, and you got to do the test, and you got to, you know, what if you fail the test, you got to retest, and, you know, all of these excuses just fly up so quickly. People give you 10 reasons why they won't do something or can't do something for 100% fact, just because of, you know, X, Y and Z. And it's all bollocks, because if you really wanted to do it, you'll find a way. And that's what I've done since I was 28. I'm now 32 or 33. I can't remember. 32 or 33. It's not really that important, but the important thing is the message that I'm saying here is that it's, people usually realise when their time has already been gone and used up and wasted, that they've wasted their time, and they want nothing more but to have that back, so they can go and do the things that they want to do, that they're passionate about, that they didn't do. And so that's why I take full advantage of every opportunity that presents itself to me, like whether it be an adventure, or going out to do something, or to go and see someone, or to talk to someone. Like, I always not exploit, but take every opportunity if I want to do it. If I don't want to do it, I'll say, alright, I don't want to do that, no thank you. Like, sweet. Like, you don't have to be a yes man. You know that film Yes Man, where he says yes to everything, it opens up a new world for him, and he, you know, falls in love and all. And it's not anything like that bullshit. It's just about, you know, like, if you really want a motorbike, you can get one. Like, you know, it's not out of reach for 99% of people. Like, you can save up, even if it takes 10 years to save up, you can still save up and buy it. And each year, that as well, the other good thing is, each year the bike manufacturer will bring out a new bike, so the bike you want will be even cheaper by the time you come to buy it. So, you know, because when I wanted a CBR 600RR, they are, you know, you'd be looking at about like, I don't know, like $4.5 grand, $5 grand, $6 grand. I would have bought one then like $3 grand. So still fucked on the money, but you know, you can so easily flip a negative into a positive. That's probably more what I'm trying to say, like, about that with packing that up. But you know, if you really want to do something, find a way to do it. You could do anything you want to. It's like anything that you feel passionate about or you interests you, like learning guitar. I'm guilty of it. I always wanted to learn how to play guitar just because I liked music. I loved it. I was obsessed with it as a kid, but I'd always put it off because, like, A, my parents would pay for it because they're like right. And then I wanted to, you know, I was really into drum and bass and so, and I was like, I could make my own sounds and stuff. And then, you know, they wouldn't buy me drums because they're like, oh, they're too noisy. And my dad was like, I'm not having that in the fucking house. You crash up banging around, you already making off noise. You know, typical dickhead dad, like, you know, stamping all over your dreams. Like, nice one. Cheers. You know. Maybe that could have been a hobby for me later on down the road, but no, you just crushed that. Thank you, appreciate it. You know, not that he couldn't afford it or nothing. He just didn't want me to make the noise because he didn't like me or something. I don't know, but I'm talking about as an adult here. You know, not as a child, because you're so confined as a child. Like, it's almost like serving a prison sentence, and you get released when you're like, some of us when we're 16, some of us when we're 18, some of us never get released. Some of us, you know, like for instance, our kids, yeah, could be like the world's #1 MotoGP fan, yeah, and be in love with superbikes, right, for argument's sake, yeah, and let's just say that he really wants to, but he can't because he's not old enough yet, right? He's got to wait all these years, but there's other things that you can do. You can ride a dirt bike, like motocross. That's something he can do. You can do like the, what do you call it, like the miniature super motorbikes, mini moto or whatever. He can do that, or get into go-karting or some sort of racing, like, because that's the thing, like, but you need your parents to pay for all of that shit. So, you know, as an adult you have more agency over yourself, so, you know, you can make these financial decisions. Like, yes, I will put that £50 in the bank instead of going out this weekend, like, to save up for my dream, you know. And the thing is that everything be taken away so quickly, but it can take years to build. And, you know, that's the other thing, like, you know, people don't realise this usually until they're like late 60s, early 70s. At time is the most precious thing. Like, it's funny because, like, so many people that I spoke to, like, when I tell them this sort of stuff, they're like, oh, you're so wise, and it's like, no, I've just learned the hard way, basically, and I've just worked out, you know, a sort of life hack, not a hack, but you know, like, a way to do what I want and do stuff that I'm passionate about, and, you know. But I found, because yeah, you usually only like find this out when you have to face mortality, like death, yeah. Like, and I had that in my early 20s, so, you know, fuck me. Like, that's why I learned it so early in life. But that's been, although that was horrible to go through for like almost 10 years, like, I wouldn't change a thing, because it's made me the person I am today, and I like the, you know, the now version of me, because you're never the same person you were like not even 2 weeks ago. Like, you know, your opinions could change, your thoughts could change, behaviours can change. Like,